Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I'm Sovereign, and today we're going to go over some of the news that the devs have brought to us over the weekend and in the past week. There hasn't been much going on, but there is some stuff that has been going around recently, like after the low-sec security gate gun problem where there was people bugging the gates. There's been some announcements on that, which I'm actually surprised they did what they were going to do. There's quite a big thing they're going to be taking away from people, so we'll go through that in a minute. But first, we're going to go over the weekly ban notice for January 9th and January 15th for violating the terms of service. Now, in those small amount of days, those 6 days, there have been 18,551 accounts banned. Now, if you have a look at the chart, we have 30% abnormal encounter behavior, 1%, almost 2% abnormal transaction behavior. We have 58% abnormal anomaly behavior and 9.5% abnormal mine behavior. Now, this is a hell of a lot less accounts that have been banned compared to previous similar time frames. Like the last time we had the 1st to the 8th, which was 7 days, there was 30,000 done there. There was 18,000 done between the 26th of December and the 31st, with massive bans in the RMT operations. Massive percentage bans in the real money trading operations there, but not a single mention of RMT operations in the latest ban notice. It just sounds very strange to me that they haven't added the RMT at all during this ban notice. Does that mean there's a lot less now? Probably not. There's still multiple websites that I've seen up regarding these, so I don't really know what is happening there. Just very odd, that one. I actually wonder why they've actually taken that out on there, but that might be a reason why it's missing on average 12,000 account bans, but I really don't know why they wouldn't add that. But anyway, let's move on to the announcements that happened. The Indomitable Issues update that was done at 8 o'clock this morning my time, which is UTC +1. So the security gun exploit follow-up. All players who suffered losses due to this should have already received compensation of as of last maintenance, Wednesday the 13th of January. If you suffered a loss due to this and haven't received anything yet, please contact customer support in the game to apply for compensation. If you lost anything on the low-sec gate gun exploit, battleships, battle cruisers, anything, make sure to go to the customer support and get that compensated. You deserve it. So now we go on to what they will receive for those people that actually abuse the exploit. Those who exploited this bug will receive anywhere from an ISK fine up to a ban of up to 30 days. This is reviewed on an individual case-by-case basis based on severity of the use of the exploit. Now, I don't know how many people actually abused this exploit. There was quite a lot over that weekend. Everyone was getting involved in it. There was YouTubers getting involved in it. There was other people getting involved with it. There was alliances that were getting involved with it. And I believe those who actually got involved in this bug that are actually well known in the community, your YouTubers, your alliance leaders, your big alliances that have big followings, big massive groups of members, should receive the full force of the ban of 30 days, just to make an example of them. That's my personal opinion. It's kind of weird that they'll do an ISK fine. That's like taking away the blood of what you're doing in the game. See, a ban is understandable, but receiving an ISK fine, that's shocking thing to add into there. But I'm not gonna complain about it. It's the people that did do the gun exploit deserve any of these things that they get. So moving on to the portal, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be corporation, Citadel hangar permission bug. There's a bug with friendly towards corporation that prevents access to corporation Citadel hangars for capsuleers outside of the corporation that placed this. They are fixing it right now. Make sure you don't have friendly towards corporation selected, and the other options should work with no issues. Well, it's nice they're actually doing this sort of bug update to keep everyone apprised of the bugs that are happening rather than trying to hide them. To the optimizations to auditing. Now, this is going to be a nice one for those guys who hate the auditing system. Just like me, I am not a fan of the auditing system whatsoever, but it seems the devs are getting better at finding out when people are doing things without the full use of the audit system, as they'll tell you here. So as they've collected a lot of data on the behavioral patterns of bots, we are making a series of quality of life changes for players while further damaging bots through a series of changes. So their audit time reduction on contracts and gift contracts, which will be scheduled for this week on the 20th, which will be on Wednesday. Additional changes will come out over the coming weeks to further curb bots while improving the quality of life for players. Daily limit on individual gift contracts, audit time reduction in ITCs, audit time reduction for older accounts, and other anti-bot measures. Now, these are very, very good changes for those people who are not happy with the audit system, which I'm pretty sure is 99.9% of the actual population of EVE Echoes. But is it a little bit late to make these changes. I think that the audit system has already done as much damage as it could do for the actual population of Eve Echoes. But as they say, it is better late than never. They've also done some reverse engineering clarification. We've previously mentioned increasing the success rate of reverse engineering by 5%. This 5% is plugged into a formula which will then result in the final success rate below. Reverse engineering success rate equals current ship debris amount divided by max ship debris amount times by basic success rate times by 1 plus skill bonus plus structure bonus. Now, as you know, I am terrible at math, so I have mostly no idea what that is, and I do not do industry. And they're saying that the increased 5% will be plugged in under skill bonus, which is the structure bonus. For those that understand the industrial system of the game, who actually get involved in it and do understand the mathematics behind it, this will be good for you, and you'll be able to figure that out on top of yourselves. We also have new details coming on the insurance system this week. I'll be doing an in-depth video on that. I have been given some information from the devs regarding the whole insurance system. So once they release the details, I'll be doing a full detail breakdown of that system. So let's move on and talk about something that's happening quite a lot recently. You're seeing a lot of YouTubers do it. You're seeing a lot of people do it. Some of the bigger organizations. You're seeing quite a lot of the bigger alliances starting to do this now, and that is suicide ganking on low sec gates. I'm seeing very many kill mails of battleships on low sec gates from as little as 20 to 25 trainer cruisers and cheap cruisers and some cheap battle cruisers that are taking out battleships on low sec gates. So everyone needs to be very careful when traversing low sec doing your missions. This is going to be much more widespread when people start figuring out more and more. There'll be gate camps all over the place. Some of the more well-known places like Tama are a frequented area of this. So if you want to protect your battleship assets, your faction cruisers from getting blapped out of existence before the gate guns can destroy them, you should definitely put some of those low-sec systems on your avoid list. I'm probably going to get some hate for that because people are like, oh, you're stopping us from killing stuff. I find suicide ganking boring. I found suicide ganking boring in EVE Online. It didn't require much to be able to do this. The people can't fight back. A lot of people are still unexpectant of these things happening. So I thought I'd just give you guys a sort of heads up that this is happening so you can protect your assets until the devs decide whether it's okay to do these suicide gankings or whether it's not okay, if they want to change up the gate guns to make it less possible to do this. I mean, each to their own. I don't mind if people do the suicide ganking. It is a form of gameplay in EVE after all. It doesn't interest me in the slightest. There is no fun in that whatsoever for me. But I can see how people would enjoy it. Right, so that's all we have for today on the updates for the week. Nina has been working on a tank calculator, which I'll be doing a video on to showcase this, so you guys can actually put in the modules and stuff, put in what you've actually got on there, what ship you have in there, your skills, and you can figure out the best way to get your tank set up for that ship, or what ship you would like to use for the best tanking arrangement. Keep an eye out for that. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and sub if you haven't already. This is your one stop for EVE Echoes content. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.